Easy. She's gonna blow it right out her nose. I can see it. She's gonna shoot out.
Oh my god!
Like
we've got
spit
Pinky in
just
the
launched
chat.
across the entire room.
Hey, chat.
What's up, everybody? Hello, Psycho Sis. Oh, we've also got my brother Levi. Yep, he's there as well. Great. Oh, what did he say? Oh, go live. Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's my manager. What's up, Fluffy? Jenny.
Fluffy, Jen.
Hi, y'all.
What is happening?
What's up, guys?
Why are we here? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm just kind of wandered in.
Wait a minute. I'm here.
Wait, what?
What happened?
Where'd it go?
It's over there.
What, my pride?
That's you.
Okay. It looks like it's starting to make it rain.
Welcome, everybody. We've got 12 in the chat so far. I'm like really like just don't usually start this bad. I had the fits of the giggles just now.
She had this.
Got a little bit red, you know.
I'm red because I'm sunburned. Like my forehead caught all the sun.
You went hiking today.
Hey, what's up? Debbie. Mo.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam. Jinx 4040.
Hi,
Debbie. Hi, Mo. Hi, Haley. Hi, Fluffy. Hi, Julie. Hi, Jen. Hi, Levi.
No, we will still be there at the same time. No, Jinx. Don't take backs.
Take takes.
Yeah, Levi's actually right behind the camera.
Hey, Brandy.
Hi, Brandy.
Julie.
Hey, Brandy.
Oh, look, it's little Dabs.
Little Dab.
Oh, yeah, a tiny one would be.
A little dab would be.
Or would be.
Well, makeup is all done. Yeah, it is a little raw.
You're not. Are you putting that there?
Yeah, sorry about that. My brother's trying to put me off right now. Do you know, like when you've got 4 brothers and when they reach a certain age, you think that they'd just leave home and leave you alone? I love you, Levi. You're my favourite brother.
Should we get into it?
No, let's not get into this.
Should we get into this?
Oh. Yeah, sorry about that. So anyway,
this is raw, guys. This is raw.
So let's talk about this paranormal series.
Yeah, talk about that.
Queen Laura.
Oh, you're going to throw it on me. Okay. Okay, so this grand idea that me and Channy have thrown together it comes from the day that she found the doll mysteriously sitting at the end of her driveway next to the bins. And we did the necrophonic with it that very first night, that doll there that oddly looks like her.
It really does.
Yeah. I was like, wow, that really looks like you. But so I got to thinking about it and she was thinking about it, and then we got to talking, and I came up with throw the idea to her, like, hey, we should do a series. She's like, yeah, we should. So then we started spitballing for probably 2-3 days and came up with Channy'S Haunted Mystery Doll, the series. And what that entails is she will put up the very first necrophonic session that we did with Alexandra, which is the doll. And then from there, she will do another one, and then she'll pass it to someone else. They'll do the necro and see what they can get, trying to establish communication with Alexandra. And the way that we would do that is whoever's going will have a picture of Alexandra, and they will set the picture up, and they will try to contact her through that as means of, we call that. I just went completely
It's like finding out like any information that may come through differently for them, because as we all know, everyone is different. People are different levels of sensitive and things like that. So different people may get different types of information.
Yes. So with the picture there, using that as your beacon, I suppose you could say, you do your necrophonic, you record it, you go back, you listen to it, see what you get, post it so that everybody else can hear it, and then get the okay from Channy, because this is her doll, to who should go next. And we both kind of decided that anybody who wants to be a part of this should either get a hold of her or get a hold of me, and or Elvis.
Yep.
Elvis or Jared, and we can. What are we doing?
We can run it to by her to see if she's okay with
yeah,
everything.
I got sidetracked. Somebody was poking me.
Yeah, so I mean, it started off absolutely crazy already. Like as we said, a couple of weeks ago we all went live, and it was all very random how it started. So I proceeded to tell you guys that I had randomly found this doll. So then we did the necrophonic session. Now, over the past couple of days, I have been editing that session, and a lot of information has come through. Now, I should have this video finished tomorrow and uploaded. If not tomorrow night, then it will be Monday for sure. It will be up. So this will be episode 1. I will tell you all a little bit that's come through. So there was so much. There was about 3 different conversations that is actually going on throughout this session. But the main one, which I am very intrigued with, is we, without knowing, we were making contact with 10 soldiers. And those soldiers seemed to know Jared. They mentioned his name. I think your name comes up about 3 times. They're mocking you, not in a bad way, but like your brothers, like you were friends, and like you just take the mickey out of each other. That's kind of what's coming through. And from what I'm getting from it is Jared was one of those soldiers, but his name was Aaron. And when it comes to the spirit of Alexandra, what I've picked up is the spirit of Alexandra is actually one of the daughters of the soldiers, one of the soldiers. I don't know what soldier it is, but it is pulling more towards Jared. This is your daughter, Jared, right here. I've still got to look into it more. And again, I will now do another experiment with Alexandra, which would be like your episode 2 to it, and then that would then pass on to Jared to do his one. But yeah, so much is coming through already. I cannot wait to do another necrophonic session to ask them about this Aaron and the other soldiers. One thing I just missed out as well is these soldiers were from this area. They went to war to fight for the King of England. So this is another past life to a past life we were just speaking about.
So there's not been a king.
We had a king
for
a long time. For
how long ago was it?
The late 1800s.
which is the era that I'm obsessed with. Was the 1800s was my big thing. I loved it.
Yeah.
So that's,
and I mean,
that's another.
If it does turn out that, I mean, I'm not saying anything that I have said is the truth, like is what is actually going on, because we need to do more like investigating and stuff like that. But I find it very strange that if this is the daughter, the spirit is the daughter of one of the soldiers, and one of the soldiers is actually Jared in a past life, and this doll has turned up at my house, and you know, I'm friends with you guys, and it's, do you know what I mean? It's all,
yeah, there's just so much, and it seems like the more that we look into it and discuss, the more things we're finding out that links all this together, and just
everything happens for a reason. We just have to dig around until we find what that reason is.
Absolutely.
And that's a mystery, and I love it.
And it is. It's a massive, massive mystery. And like I say, I cannot wait, firstly, to get the first episode up, which was our live session. And secondly, episode 2, I've got so many questions. I want to know. I might be wrong. I might, because there's like so many conversations going on, I might have got it wrong, but who knows? Like, I won't know until I do this next one. And if it turns out that it's very similar answers, this is what we're looking for, and then it's your turn. Episode 3.
The one thing that we didn't discuss though was, does everyone that does the necrophonic session, do they need to have a time limit, and do they need to send it to you for you to put it into the series, or do you want them to like upload it to their own channel? We need to, we've still got things that we've got to sort out and mesh through, and we just got excited and really want to just tell people.
I say no time limit, but obviously the longer the necrophonic session, I guess the more work it is to get it uploaded and stuff like that, because I find doing necrophonic sessions, it takes so much time to go through it all. So that's and like your personal preference. To anyone that wants to join in with this experiment, it's your personal preference. I mean, 10 minutes is that's quite a good amount of time, but again, if you want to do more, you want to do less, it's entirely up to you guys. And then as to uploading, I mean, I guess you can upload on your own channels, but I don't know, I haven't really got that far into it.
I got to thinking about that, and I was like, how are we going to do this if everybody's, everybody's being a part of it? Should we tag you in it, for of course, your credit for it?
Mm-hmm. That's what I would think.
Yeah, here's the idea. Like I said, as long as Channy approves it and everything, they want to do it. They can maybe, like I said, upload it on their channel. Just let Channy know ahead of time, so that way, we can be like, all right, part 2 or 3 or 4 is going to be on this channel. Check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can always have, like, on our 2 channels, we can have a playlist. So so whenever anyone else makes a video or anything, that video, as long as it's the right episode, we can put it in, and I mean, that's easy enough done, even if loads of videos come at us at once, it's it's fun.
Well, it's gonna go you're going first, so it would be Channy's Haunted Mystery Doll series part 1, and then the next person will have to put Channy's Haunted Mystery Doll series part 2, so it'll go in succession. So as long as it's titled in their title as to what it is and the series, we'll be able to put it in.
And then in the description, as long as everyone that's taking part also writes in the description, like adds our channels and puts, don't forget to go and check out so and so's channel for this part and this part. I mean, it sounds all confusing, but it will all make sense as soon as it starts running.
Yeah.
And you guys kind of see how it's going, it will all make sense.
It makes sense in my head. Like I can see it, just it's going. It's just it's gonna flip down like a book. So
yeah.
So but sometimes it's hard to get it from here to here. When it gets to here, then it don't want to come out. And I'm like, well, look, everybody just look right here. You can see it.
You can see it. You can see it. It's right there. But yeah, I mean,
you'll see it.
I can see it. I can see it. It's right there. But yeah, this whole experiment is to see if we can communicate across the world with one spirit, many countries. Like,
it's very exciting.
I want to see if it can be done. And everyone that takes part as well, we will send you a picture of Alexandra. So you'll use that picture to try and communicate with her. So you don't necessarily need the doll, but to have a picture of her, it will still work perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Right. And one thing too I wanted to add is one thing you guys may not know about that will really kind of boost what, back up what Channy has been saying is, everyone that knows me or has ever watched my channel knows that I absolutely love history, right? And I really love historical things about military, Civil War, World War II, the Revolutionary, everything like that, I love it. I feel drawn to it. Okay. Now, I was recently just looking up some, Civil War things like that, and I came across a photo of a dead soldier from the Civil War era. And so it's very possible, I'm wondering if I've led many past lives soldier. And the reason I say this is because when I came across this soldier, it blew my mind. Now, like I said, this is not my photograph. I got this from Google. And anyone you can just type in maybe dead Civil War soldier and see, what you think. Now, this is like the original photo, what it looks like. All right. Now, here's a close-up of it, and this guy, it looks.
He made it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. He made it.
Try it again. All right. This is the original photo. Just a Civil War soldier that's fallen during the battle. All right. Now, when you zoom in on this photo, he is almost identical to me.
That's madness.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't get over that.
It freaks me out.
Look at the comparison. I mean, the eyebrows,
like your eyebrows, your eyes, your nose, the mouth, everything.
The forehead.
Yeah.
And when he had short hair, because for a long time he did have short hair, and he would push it back like that. So that was even. It's making me just.
And I had told him while looking at that photo, I recognized it. That's got to be Devil's Den in Gettysburg, where I was recently at. Like, one of my first paranormal video. So yeah. So we got a question here from Sam.
Yeah.
How will we know who goes next?
Okay. So Channy's gonna go first. Echo. Okay. Channy's gonna go first. Did y'all find it? She's gonna go first with the initial introduction to the series where we did the very first necro. Then she will do another one, as the first part of the series. Then it'll get passed to us, and she'll let us know, hey, it's your turn to do this. Whoever's going to go next, either me or Jared or Channy or PLE, will let the next set of people know that it's their turn to do the next part of the series. So
What
one set of us
Yeah, and then
will let somebody know.
you'll probably get like what number to label it as, investigation number 3, 4, whatever, and what links to add, channel links, and things like that.
So also, guys, make sure that you do keep up to date with each episode that is coming out, because the aim of it is not just to do a random necrophonic session. It's to try and see if you guys can get the same answers or similar answers to what we are getting. So at the moment, like I say, there's a lot to do with Jared and soldiers and stuff like that. So I need to do a second one to try and, figure out if I'm on the right lines of that. So yeah, make sure that you keep up to date with all the episodes that are coming out. And if you feel like you really do want to join in and see if you can get the same communication from Alexandra, then yeah, by all means, hook up with one of us. Let us know that you want to do it, and we'll get the picture sent out to you. Like Jared said, we will let you know what episode number you are as well, and we'll go from there.
Oh, it is.
God.
Like, me and Channy have been so excited about this since we started talking about it. Like, we played with
Every day.
At first, we were just kind of kidding around, but then we really started getting into it.
It's like, wait a minute.
And then I made that introduction video, and she did the voiceover, and then we got really excited. And I was like, okay, look, we need to do this.
Yeah, and I just want to give a round of applause for the way you two came together and pulled that off.
Hey, definitely.
I mean,
Here's my round of applause.
It was literally it was so random as well. It was generally like, hi sis, how are you today? Yeah, I'm doing really well. And then we just, for some reason, ended up with a brand new series. Like, what?
There was really no context to it. It just, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. How are you? So here's this doll. Yeah, we got ideas. Let's do this.
Yes.
And
yeah, I just think it's really interesting to see if we can literally communicate with one spirit from around the world. Like, how amazing! I don't see
why we wouldn't be able to. I mean, people do it every day with everybody who has gifts contacts people every single day. Why wouldn't we be able to do it? As long as we have a conscious awareness of who we're trying to contact, we have the visual aid of the picture of who we're trying to contact. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to.
I just had a random wild thought.
I'm scared.
It's me too. What if? Yes, just what if? What if? You're talking about living past lives as soldiers, and you said around 10 came through. What if I've lived like many, many different lives, and that was all 10 of my past lives as soldiers coming through?
Oh,
maybe.
Wow.
It was all kind of goofy and things like that. That's the way I am.
Yeah, you're all kinds of goofy.
And, just wow. It may not be. It's just wow.
That is a really interesting concept.
Yeah.
She's like,
mind blown.
I am.
This is the fourth wall break of the fourth wall break.
This is something that we can find out.
Future. Okay. I'm done being dumb now. Sorry. But yeah. But anyone who is serious about being a part of this, because this is very serious. We're really wanting to see what we can get with this. We're really wanting to make this a big thing. Whoever is interested in doing it, get a hold of one of the four of us. And if you don't personally get a hold of Channy and you get a hold of one of us, we will run it by her. And then we will contact you back and let you know all right, cool, you're in. We'll let you know when it's your turn. Blah blah blah. So it's going to be. I feel like. What do you think, Channy? First come, first serve. Whoever gets a hold of us in succession will go in that particular order. I think that's a good idea.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Like I say, I think it's definitely a must that you guys watch all the episodes that are being dropped, because I personally think as well, the more that are going to be dropped, the more interesting this series is going to get.
Absolutely, because if people, like you said, they really need to watch each episode. That will also help too, like maybe what type of questions to ask, or if you think of a question that may relate to a previous video, to see if you can get any more answers from that. So.
Yeah, by all means.
Sorry. I didn't mean to start talking over you. I was just saying, Debbie actually, Channy has the doll, so she has the doll to do it with. We would be the first ones to do it with the picture. So it's trial and error until
Yeah, things may change. They may tweak. Some things may tweak. So just keep updated, like Annie said. From however weekly or however this goes. So yeah. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is just so exciting. I mean, seriously, this is going to be. I cannot.
It's going to be awesome.
I cannot wait to see what everybody gets, and I'm going to be all up in my phone because I watch it on my phone with my earbuds, and I'm going to be there and I'm going to be writing down everything that's said, and then I'm going to be connecting. This goes with that. This goes. We may end up with an entire story once this, plays out to the end, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the story. Yeah. So we need to try to contact her to get that story, and that's what's so exciting. Okay. Sorry. I just got really amped.
It's crazy. You just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I feel like there is some sort of story coming out of this. I mean, Jared, you're clearly a part of it, but are you actually a part of the Alexandra story, or it is just one of your past lives just randomly coming through on that night because you was here and I was using the spirit box? We don't know. We just don't know.
Yeah, it may not have anything to do with that at all. I mean, it may have something, like you said, it may not be that at all. Then it may have just be like when it comes to soldiers, soldiers plays a part of so many lives. So maybe he was just in one of my past lives. Maybe I was just around, Alexandra or something like that, and maybe there was just like a connection there somewhere.
Yeah. You could have been a father figure.
Yeah, a father figure, or like a big brother. Who knows? We really don't know. Absolutely. Or who knows? This may actually end up not having anything to do with any of us, but for someone that's just watching. It can end up being a message to one of their descendants or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam has another question here. Can you read that? Because I can't see it. I got glasses on.
Another question? Do I see it?
8:02. I was telling him the time that the question came through.
So will we get some questions passed down to ask, or how would that work? Well, that'll have to do with a lot with watching the previous videos.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess it would be all right to ask some of the same questions, but you can, come up with your own questions as long as it's pertaining to her. What era are you from? What what year, what era, whichever.
Yeah.
Where, just stuff like that. The normal questions that you would ask during a necrophonic, just make sure that it's aimed towards Alexandra and her past, her whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, like Laura and Jared says, like if there is a specific question that you have noticed has come up in any of the other episodes where you're like, well, hold on a minute, that actually makes sense, or I could go somewhere with this, then take that, ask the same question, or like I said with the first episode, for some reason there's soldiers and it's to do with Jared, and Jared's name was Aaron, and so I'm going to take that now for episode 2 and just be like, right, okay, where are we going with this? Like, do you know Jared? Like, what was Jared's name? And I'll then do my next investigation based on what I've just found out from the first one. So you guys can do the same thing. Like, your investigation is your investigation, but like we say, watch, listen to what's going on, and try and follow the story if there's a story that's going on there, and see what you can pull from it.
Absolutely.
Which comes into play the whole idea of making sure that you go in succession of the series. If you have to, if you know that you're going to be doing a part of the series, make sure that you really pay attention to the answers that are coming through. If you have to, write down the question, write down the response that comes with it. That way you know, okay, this is what was said at this time, but that was this far back. Let's see what gets said now. Come, have your own questions, but at the same time, yes, right there.
I kind of got a story going on.
I did the same thing whenever I come up, when I do go somewhere and do a necrophonic, I'll go through and I'll listen. I'll write down the question that I asked, and then I'll write down whatever responses comes with it. That way I can piece together kind of what's being said.
Right.
It's like the last place we went with
Exploring with Sam.
Yeah, we were sitting there. Me and Sam were doing this part of it, and we both heard treetop. And then I said, "Hey, don't drop a tree on me, a tree limb." And it said, "But I'd like to." So, when you get those kind of responses, it's like, oh, crap. So, but if you've missed that, say you missed that from 2 videos ago, it's not going to make sense when it comes up again.
Yeah.
Gotta get in it. Gotta get in it.
So it's like, so with this series, guys, it's not necessarily just sitting and watching, especially for those that want to take part. There's going to be work involved, but it's going to be so much fun. Like, especially
absolutely.
with it being an experiment and trying to figure things out, and so basically, there's going to be work that goes towards it. It's not just going to be a case of filming, using the spirit box, listening, and then done. You've got to know what's going on, and like we say, as they go on, and there's going to be more and more videos out there, there's going to be so much information that is going to be chucked out there, but it's going to be so exciting to find out what's going on. Like, why did she turn up at my house? Who put this doll there? How did she get there? Like, why? These are the main
strangest thing, to go outside and there's a doll leaned up against your bins. It's like, wow.
With a coin. Do you remember she had the coin in her hand?
Coin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coin. What's the significance of the coin?
Yeah, I don't know. But like I said, there's just so much amazing mystery behind the whole situation. So that's one that just makes it so awesome trying to find out.
Yeah. I think I mean, if everyone knows Tom, then yeah, he is sinister. But I have no bad feelings with Alexandra at all. I think, did it not say she was about 8? I think that was the age that came through.
It was around about, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel she's like between the age of 8 to 10 anyway. She's a young kid. Or I don't get nothing negative from her. Like, it's completely different to as having Tom sat next to me. Like, that's a whole different vibe. But with her, no, it's very childlike and happy, you know. Nothing bad whatsoever. So if that is something that anyone was worrying about, like you wanted to join in but you don't really want to like mess with any negativity, don't worry. Like I can like hands down say I 99.9% can tell you that there is no negativity coming from this girl here.
Right.
Like,
and I'm pretty sure that she would have immediately said, "Hey, this thing's freaking me out."
Oh yeah.
You know, immediately, or even when we broached the idea of doing this, she would have said, "I don't think that's a good idea," if it would have been negative. So,
and in that first necrophonic that we did live, there was a lot of giggling coming through as well. Like, good giggling, not evil demonic giggling.
Okay. Bat soup, that is a butterfly. Yeah, I think Elvis seen it about the same time I did. It's a butterfly.
It's a butterfly.
Yeah, a butterfly.
I thought you were talking about the oscillating fan.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's my fan with the googly eyes. He left out a pack of googly eyes, and I found them, and I decorated my fan. So now whenever it turns, it goes.
Little eyes just walk.
Yeah.
It's great. It makes me happy.
But one thing too that's important too about about watching each one of the episodes in the series is that, like I said, you know, everybody is, you know, can hear different things on different levels and some, you know, sensitivity, things like that. So you guys may pick up on something in an episode that we completely miss.
Exactly.
You know, so even if you're not doing like a you know, even if you don't want to be part of, you know, making a video on it, if you hear something, put it in the comment section.
Yes.
Because then we can let the next person know that's going to take on the following challenge. Yeah, if you guys don't want to take part, but you do hear something, yeah, just let one of us know what it is that you heard, timestamp it and everything like that, because then we can let the following person know, look, okay, so this actually was heard as well. See if you can do something with that, you know, take that on board.
You know, we really need, you know, it's a combined effort with us doing the videos and going back and listening to what we get. We don't always catch all of it. But when y'all catch it and then, you know, you don't tell us, then we never know either. So we can't know that we caught this person saying, go jump off of a bridge, or this person saying, hey, it's on the top shelf. You left it up there last week. We're never going to know. So, no, it's not going to actually be that. But I'm just, what does it say?
I really can't see that tiny little writing.
Is it possible the coin with the doll, maybe leaving a coin at the headstone? Just wondering. So do you guys think that's got something to do like leaving a quarter or a dime on someone's headstone that meant something to somebody in part of history?
Right, yeah.
Does that have any association with the coin and the doll?
You know what's usually wild about that is now this is not always the case, but I know most of the time that happens for a soldier.
Yes. If you ever go to a cemetery with soldiers' headstones, I don't know if it is over there, but over here, coins are left on soldiers' headstones.
It's a sign of respect of how they knew them, their rank, things like that.
Yes.
Take that one step further. That could be a possible person of, like a leader of some sort in some camp or some division of where they came from.
Yeah,
so that could be a prominent person.
I've just got to say something before it leaves my mind. Like, with us connecting the dots and stuff, obviously we still need to do a lot more research, but just going back to the soldiers and Jared/Aaron and the spirit, possibly daughter of one of them or whatever it is. Now, this graveyard that I've been filming in, it's only down the road from me, but no one's ever filmed there. I'm the only one to have done it, so I filmed there twice. But I keep getting drawn to it. Even when I walk down in like the high street, I'm constantly, it's like I'm in a daze. I'm staring at that graveyard. Now, do you remember me saying that the soldiers fought for the king?
Yes.
I've just remembered that there is one for sure, and I will go over tomorrow and take a picture. There is a massive headstone grave of one of the soldiers that fought for the king, and on his grave is his hat. It's made out of stone, but it's his hat, his sword, and his baton. And it says on there that he fought for the king and stuff. I remember finding that the very first time I filmed over there, which was Graveyard Shift. I did that last year ago. And then you're saying about
a lot of the EVPs and stuff that's been coming through on like our necrophonics has been coming through as the king. So a lot of times I thought they were referring to me. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're referring to the king they fought for.
Yeah.
Or tell me, hey, you fought for the king.
Yeah. So wow.
Do you have to write on the video? Do you have to write on the video about the necrophonic said? About what the necrophonic said?
You don't have to. I mean, it's not like a rule, but I do, only because even if it's my own video, if I haven't got the words there, I can't hear it. Even if I listen back, I can't really hear it. Like when you're just randomly watching someone's video. So it really does help, especially like there's so many people out there that can't hear those words, but if you write it, when they read it, they can hear it at the same time. So it is better to
it also helps too, because like I said, when we do ours, and a lot of other people does it too, we'll say, this is what we heard, but let us know what you hear. So it kind of works with both parties.
Because even with necrophonic, it works at different the sound levels. What I hear, say for instance, it comes through, help me. It may not sound like that to him, but it does to me. It'll sound different to everybody, but it helps to put it in so that they know what you heard. And then you can go back, say, well, this is what I heard during this. Well, okay, well, we'll, document.
Yes. Document. Exactly, yeah.
Absolutely.
There's been so many necrophonic sessions that I've done, and I've put the words up, and they, it's a nice conversation that's going on, and my dad will listen to it, and he's like, are you actually kidding me? That just said demon, and that just said this. I was like, how? What? Are you actually for real? And he's like, right, listen to it again, and I'll listen, and he's right. Like my dad can hear what that necrophonic says, and but yeah, no, it's absolutely mad.
Oh wow! Did you read all this that Tony put about the coins?
Was leaving.
Yeah,
that's wild.
I was trying to read it because I can't see.
I couldn't remember the significance of each coin, what it represented, but I remember a lot of times that was like how you knew them, their rank.
Thank you, Tony. That was awesome.
Man, that's so wild.
Maybe I need to go and do a separate video on that gravestone. Yes. Maybe I have to put the coin there. Maybe I have to leave her coin at that gravestone.
No, I didn't think about that.
Very possible. Or there could be a significance on something that that's on it and on the coin. Or what was on the coin? Was there a date? I can't remember.
It was a newer. I've got it over here. 2 seconds.
You said it was a newer one, I do believe.
Yeah.
Good night, Debbie.
2014. Good night, Debbie.
Are you going to put that up on the screen?
When was the first time you went to that graveyard?
I can't see. This is really difficult to do.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to focus.
No. The first time I went was just a little over a year ago. So
I'm sorry.
It's like trying to do the professional
Well,
hand thing.
maybe the
It didn't work.
maybe it has something to do with something that will tie into the story as we go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, the video, the first time, like I filmed, there's only two. Obviously, the 30-minute alone challenge that I did, and then the other one is called the Graveyard Shift. And the thumbnail, it's me looking all scared in my army jacket, holding the EMF meter. That picture I sent you today that's from
You
that
just
thumbnail.
sent that to me today. She sent it to me today. She's like, I was like, oh, bless
And
it.
I'm pretty sure that you can see that gravestone in there because it's right at the beginning of the video. Like we're walking around in the church, well, outside the church and everything. And I'm pretty sure I filmed it. But I'm gonna go back. That'll be interesting. I'll take her as well and
Take the coin too.
Yeah.
And see what the feeling is that you get. Go to the to that gravestone with the coin and see what the feeling is that you get.
yeah.
You know, I go off my feelings a lot when I go to a cemetery or graveyard. I'll go in the direction that I'm pulled. That led me to the whole row of Civil War soldiers at the graveyard that we just went to with Sam.
Yeah.
We walked in. I said, I'm being pulled in this direction. I went in that direction. I said, there's the old part right back there. And then there was all the Civil War soldiers. I was like, told yous.
Wow.
And then I immediately got hurt. So I ran into a fence with my leg.
Oh, God.
He said, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. But then I walked off by myself and was like, I got a bruise like this big on my thigh. It hurt.
Oh my God, me and you are going to be dangerous together. Like we're just so alive.
I
You
don't
see that-
look where I'm going. Like
You're
I'm looking
hiking
through the
picture
camera and I'm like,
your hiking picture that's going to be another picture. But you see, with me in that picture, all you're going to see is me down at the bottom, like help, falling. Yeah, where's she?
Leave twigs sticking in your hair.
Nope, he'll be fine, just perfect. You know, no, not a hair out of place. Me and her's gonna be like covered in dirt. Happened to y'all. You don't want to know. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. So guys, if anyone's got any more questions, then please ask away. So we've got a few people that are interested actually. I know you've had a few DM you and Sam really wants to do it.
Yes. He was number one wanting to do this.
Hey Beth.
I don't know. Hi Beth. The other ones that I thought was wanting to do it was just excited about watching it, and I was like, oh, we specify. Specify. So yes. If you are truly interested and really wanting to do this, make sure you get a hold of one of the four of us, and we will
relay it to
Channy. We'll run it through and make sure that it's all right with her that you are apart, and then we will contact you back, and then just keep an eye on your email, DM, messenger, whatever, so that way you know when it's your turn, and we need to keep it in a tight box here. Make sure we're doing this very uniform.
Yeah. So so this is going back to,
it's so funny. They're laughing at me now.
To how to upload. I think that the easiest way, and I guess the simplest way to do it, is everyone uploads onto their own channel. But whoever's taking part, we all have the the one playlist. So we name the playlist the same, and then when everyone uploads a video, you just put all the links. So the link to episode 1, the link to episode 2, because then say if anyone's watching on Sam's channel, all they need to do is go down into the description and then click the link for the other episodes that they want to watch, and then that way everyone has all of the episodes, and then other people's channels are getting watched then as well. So that's good.
Also really good too, because a lot of people do not get the notifications for a lot of it. Because I know I haven't been getting everyone's notifications lately, and I won't even know they'll upload videos like a week later, and I just see it in my, you uploaded a video? When?
Like, for instance, with Channy, I'm subscribed. All my notifications are turned on. We've been talking about this since yesterday, and even though I'm on the panel, I still didn't get the notification that she was going live, and I was like, "YouTube, what you doing? Get with it now, come on!"
Crazy.
But this is going to be very exciting. We hope that we get quite a few people who are really serious about doing this, and I'm sure everybody's going to do a great job anyway. I'm just saying.
Oh, I cannot wait to see what everybody else comes up with.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
I
literally have been, we have been talking about this every second of the day. I've literally been dreaming this series. This absolutely
was probably one of the better ideas I've ever been a part of, because it's not just, this is a combined brainchild from me and Channy both, because I said this, she said that, she said this, I said that. We just put it all together and just really molded this into a fantastic idea. And
it's not just an investigation, it's an experiment.
Yeah.
And a story.
Yeah. And a
mysterious. Yes, mysteries.
A mysterious mystery.
I feel like Inspector Poirot.
Inspector Clouseau?
No.
Oh no, that'd be
I am not Jacques Clouseau. I'm not in France. Either one. French fries. I want some French fries now.
Freedom fries. Remember that?
I love fries. What?
No, freedom fries. Remember that?
Freedom fries? What is that?
We got mad at the French for something back in 2000, and we started calling French fries freedom fries. Remember that? That was a very brief moment in our history.
What year was that?
I think it was 2000, 2001. I think it might have been 2001.
Okay, I was still in high school. I didn't care about anything at that time. I was in high school. Hey, Lexi,
what's up?
Anybody in the chat that I have missed saying hello to as you were coming in, I apologize.
Yeah, we're just really excited about this.
Haven't got the chats up. Every time I try to get the chats up on here, I end up, leaving the live. So I always press the wrong buttons.
But
nightmare.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
That was some of my excitement. I just couldn't hold it all in.
Just let it out, girl. Let it out.
At least it's coming out. This is the plug. Oh my gosh. We're going to get in so much trouble when you come over here. I can guarantee it.
Madness.
But yeah, like I said, it's like you say, it's always really cool to do something that hasn't been done before.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, this is. I'm pretty positive, 100% that this is the first time anything like this has been done.
To the scale that it's been done. I think this is where I kind of made it bigger. I saw, Zach Baggins was, I think he was in Nevada, and then he had friends that say were in your area. So it was only 2 different parts of the US, and they were trying to communicate with one spirit. Now this is England, possibly if we get Diddles in. You've got the whole of the USA. Like I've got a couple of people in Ireland. Like there's this could be a worldwide thing. I've still got friends that are out in Cyprus, which means I have people in Greece as well, because they go from the two countries. Like this could be a worldwide communication.
Oh yeah, yeah, and
Not just two states.
yeah, and I think
So,
the
yeah,
more
this is
people that
definitely cool.
yeah, and I think the more people that finds out about it is going to be more people that want to get on board with it.
Also, if you think about it, okay, I don't know if this has any substance or not, but with all these people concentrating on this one thing, you know, this one experiment, mystery, story, all that, everybody that's concentrating on it at the same time is gonna amp it up. It's gonna give it all that energy, and there's no telling what's gonna come through. So you gotta think about it like that too. We're gonna make this thing big. I'm starting to run out of large dictionary words. I need a new
I
page.
never started with any dictionary word.
But it's like you know, everybody's gonna be putting their energy into watching this, being a part of this, helping to decipher bits and pieces of the stories that's being put together, and all of that energy filling in, you know, falling into one doll. Just think about the epicness of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the best thing is that we've got our family that is willing to join in with us, and that's perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that just, like you said, that just adds to the awesomeness of it.
And I do believe that Sandra said that she wanted to be a part of it too. She's in Canada, so that's another country. So we're just making one big circle here.
And Sandra, she's got like the pendulums, and she, I mean, it is necrophonic, but it would be interesting down the line to see if Sandra Pink could, get something with that pendulum. I don't want to break away from necrophonic, but that would be interesting.
Well, yeah, that would definitely be interesting, because everybody has their own style of doing everything. I mean, even if it's a necrophonic session, everybody does it different. It gets different responses. So I mean, it'll still be, and then bringing in different types of investigation with it just makes it more epic.
Yes, so later on down the line, we could switch it up to do your own investigation with whatever tool you're most comfortable with, and there's no telling what all we can get. Because as far as that goes, I have other app tools that I use. We have dowsing rods, so it would be interesting. And I also feel like what we're doing here, this series, is also going to be a gateway for other people to, who have ideas on doing things. It's going to, okay, well, they did that, so why couldn't I do this? Do it. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what's going to be epic and awesome until you try.
Yeah. An inspiring experiment.
Yes. Mystery story.
Yes.
Doll. I just throw that in there.
Doll. Yeah. This is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So yeah, guys, like I said, hopefully I should have episode 1 up by Monday night, the latest. I'm hoping tomorrow, but I've still got a little bit of work to do. I need to do the intro and outro. Okay, I've only edited the necrophonic session, but that took me 3 days because there was so much, and I had to try and make sense of it all. Like I said, there was at least 3 conversations going on, and over each other. as well. You know, there's some bit that I've put words up on the screen, but there's like 3 voices going at the same time. So what I'm hearing, you guys might not hear that. You might hear the other voice that's actually talking. So again, with that, anyone that's watching it, please put a timestamp. Say, right, okay, so you heard that, but I heard this. Because there is so much that is going on in that very first episode. So yeah, fingers crossed. We'll aim for Monday night. We'll get that up and premiering, so we can get this whole series started.
Yes.
It's gonna be just. I'm so excited. I'm gonna have to buy a whole new notebook for this because I'm gonna be in it.
I literally have 2 pages. Like everything is like it's filled. Oh, back and front, like,
Oh wow.
yeah, back and front.
She's like, look at it, you look at it, look at it.
I literally could write a book out of everything I've written down. Like, so it's all from just listening to the necrophonic. So like you said, I've wrote down like words and stuff, and I've gone, right, okay, so 10 soldiers and but I've kind of made it into like a story of how I think it's going. So I've got a book over here. I'm going to take it to the publishers tomorrow.
All right.
Here's a book.
Done.
Sold.
And I've noticed too a lot of times during necrophonics, whenever I'm going back to review it for like editing and things like that, a lot of times I'll go back and I will listen to it over and over and over and over and over, because a lot of times, you know, it seems like every time you go back and listen to it, you catch something else.
Yeah.
You hear something new.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, with ones that I've done in the past, like I'm like, right, I've not watched that for like a year. Let me go back and see if, you know, I can make sense of it still. And I hear so many different things that I didn't hear when I was making it before. It's absolutely crazy. But you hear different things each time.
Yeah, it's really wild. And it's like, and then some things, you think, you know, I swear I did not hear that, but I should have, you know, almost like it just appeared, you know, and it's like, how did I miss that, you know?
Yeah.
And then someone else, like you said, you know, someone else can write something, you know, I heard this on this timestamp. You didn't hear it no matter how many times you listen to it, but then once you go back and listen, you hear it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or letting somebody else listen to what you got and they hear something totally different. Like, I hate to keep bringing it up, but the last place we went, I did the biggest necrophonic session I've ever done. It was wild. But he was hearing stuff that I wasn't hearing at all. And I'm like, really? And the weird thing is, I don't know if anybody else is having this happen to them through their necrophonic session, but it happened to me and him both. On mine, I got somebody saying Heidi in his voice. And he wasn't anywhere near me at that point in the session. And then on his, he got my voice. What did it say?
I can't remember exactly what it said, but I know it was your voice. But what really threw me off is I knew you weren't beside me, because you and Sam was down by the Civil War soldiers, and I was like, well, I'll go up here and do one and see what I get, you know.
So his voice was coming through mine, and my voice was coming through his, and we were on separate ends of the situation there. And I don't know if anybody else is getting that kind of stuff, but it was freaky.
Wow.
Spirits saying they want to drop tree limbs on me, and having to fight with a spider, and spiders falling on Sam.
Pinky's gonna give it a try. What was Sam's question?
Just wondering if there would be responses would come through with EVP recorder. Oh, it's up there. Sorry. I was looking. Leave me alone.
I mean, I'm not against any other tools being used. You know, I think, like we say, I think the necrophonic is just such a great tool, and like for some reason the spirits find it really easy to come through and communicate through that app. That's what I found. I mean, other people may think different, but I think if you want to use another tool as well, then yeah, I mean, go for it. I mean, it would be interesting if, you know, you got something coming through on the necrophonic and then you used a different tool, and then the same stuff or the same answers were being questions were being answered. That would be really, really interesting. So I mean, Sam, if that's what you wanted to do, you know, use the necrophonic and then put that away and go, right, okay, I'm going to ask the same questions and see if they would respond through a recorder. Go for it. Yeah, give it a go. See if you can get something that way. Absolutely. Oh, I'm missing all these questions. I'm writing so small.
There's no questions. There are questions. Not yet. I'm getting to them.
He said, not yet, not yet. Wait a minute.
I'm just
You're supposed to be the announcer question guy. That was I couldn't remember what they were called. I said, hey, PLE could be our announcer question reader thingy person. She was like,
funny person, Mr. Flip It.
I just word English is hard. But anyway, as I was good night, Sandra. As I was gonna say, like when it's our turn to do the necrophonic, I was pretty much just gonna let Jared do the necrophonic because it seems like they're wanting to speak to him the most anyway. And while he was doing that, I was just gonna kind of, you know, sit there and be there to listen. But I was gonna kind of run my ghost tool just to see what would come through as he was, you know, because it don't make any noise. It's silent. And I could just be like,
yes.
That thing. That was the tool that I used when I went to the cemetery that's over here by our house, where Mr. Jackson was coming through and talking, and I was like,
right. Because I remember, yeah. Well, it was that video of yours that I watched because I've had that app for, oh my gosh, like over a year, but I've never used it because it just didn't make sense to me. It's just one of those ones that just seemed so random. I watched that one with Mr. Jackson and I was like, oh my God, like, wow, the responses. And that's why I ended up meditating a little bit and then trying to get used to the app. And then I made the red light challenge where I used that app in that video, and the stuff that came through, and I was being tickled on my foot, and it just all this stuff was like happening. I was like, oh my God. And because I yeah. And then you like you said as well, look, just trust in it, believe in the app, like it does work, you know. And I guess it's the same with any tool that anyone tries to use. Like you have to have a connection with the spirit world. If you don't have that connection and that bond with whoever it is that you're trying to communicate with, nothing is going to work. No dowsing rods, no necrophonic, no nothing is going to work unless you have that connection with, you know, the spirit world.
And but yeah, but even before we were doing YouTube videos, we had went over to that cemetery because it's old. It's surrounded by wrought iron fence that's all fallen down, decrepit. You know, you got to drive up this little hill to get into it. And it's just literally next to a sawmill. Like on this side, there's lumber stacked up to the sky. Over here, it's just old depot bottom with the train tracks and all this, that, and other. So it's kind of back off over here by itself. There's no church or anything connected. But I always felt connected to that graveyard. And I was like, I need to go here. I need to walk around. And even before we were doing YouTube videos, I was drawn to his headstone for whatever reason. And that's been years ago that we started going over there. I'd walk up there and I'd say, hey, Mr. Jackson. And I'd go on. Shut up.
That's what I was going to say. I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, well, he just hooed and you hushed.
Great minds.
So then, after I got, you know, what?
What?
No, go ahead, Laura.
Oh. Well, after we got the cameras and all the apps and everything, he went one way, I went the other, and my oldest son Angus was with me. I said, we're gonna go over here and squat down and do a little session, and he's like, okay. So I set it up and got my camera pointed at it, and I said, is there anybody here that wants to talk to me? And there was a word that come through, and then Robert came in immediately.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's? And I turned around and looked at Angus. I said, go check what his first name is, because I never call him Robert. I call him Mr. Jackson. Shut up. He goes over there. He comes running back. He says, Mama Robert's his first name. I was like, oh, crap. We're going over here now. It was wild. And that is really the biggest first piece of anything I ever got. And I was so excited. And so there's the story of that. And I still go over there every now and then and just say, hey, how you doing?
That's absolutely mad.
So there's one thing in the chat I want to say. So Lexi, because we have this thing that goes on. I have to say a certain word to it. I haven't said to her in a good while. But for fair game, I have to say it tonight on Channy'S channel. But good night, Lex. Good night. I bet she's like, ooh.
Look at her. Oh my God.
OMG.
Ah.
Justine, I've only just looked at the chat and I'll wait. Justine's been here for a while. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. I got to flapping my jaws.
Oh, we got Craig. Hey, Craig. I didn't see you there.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Sorry. Don't smack me. I'll break your fingers off and put them in your nose. Quit.
Again.
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 Again. Again.
Again. Okay, got it. Let's see that game. How does this game work? When you break the fingers off, you put them in noses. Is this like Jenga? Or the opposite
So
of
John
Jenga?
King said that he would like to be a
That's
part of
Jenga.
the experiment as well. That's great.
Awesome.
All right.
There it is.
Just a slapping game. We're slapping? Oh.
Oh.
You want a fresh one?
You want a fresh one? I'll go get one out the trash for you and just squish.
Yeah.
I was gonna play a butt dragon joke, but no, never mind.
But friggin',
Dragon.
he will forever be known as the dragon.
Which, by the way,
So yeah, John.
I was doing my thing out there in the kitchen, just cleaning up the kitchen, and I cleaned the microwave more, and I forgot that I still had the sauce on me, and earlier I was rubbing my eyes. Yeah, so every time I go to if I'm even seeing you guys somehow, some way, knowing I gotta do something to myself with hot sauce.
You know,
Curse me.
I told you numerous times,
Hey,
don't stick your fingers in your eyes.
But when you tell us not to do that, the first thing we do is go do it. God.
People don't pay. Us men don't pay attention.
Am I gonna have to put you in the corner and time out?
She's done that.
Well, I'll strap you to the corner and time out.
It seems to be once every hour that is happening. You think he'd learn.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this hurt me internally. Let's stick it in my eye.
Well, that happens quite a lot in me, and then I have to. Guess what? You did it again, didn't you? Yeah, I did it again.
I'm gonna get what is that? ESP.
ESPN?
No, not the. Shut up. ESP. No.
Telepathy?
Yeah, that. I'm gonna get a message through a mind link.
Through ESPN.
Shut up. Through a mind link that says, hey, and I'm gonna know immediately who it is and what he's done. And I'm gonna say, go to the corner. Go to the corner. I'm gonna have to come to your house and pour vinegar in your eyes.
And he's gonna say, too late. Already there.
It's like, well, I stuck
one by one.
It's like
I
I
almost
got
did it. Almost did it. Did you see that? I had to cover that up real fast. Oops.
So John King's asking like how to be a part of the experiment. So anyone that wants to take part in the experiment, all you need to do is get hold of one of us four on Twitter. Let us know that you want to take part, and then we will let you know from there when it's your turn. Because obviously we have to do the episodes by episodes. I don't know how much you heard of how it was going down, John. But let's recap. So I have episode 1. I have episode 1 that will be out on Monday night, which is the live necrophonic that we did 2 weeks ago, on the day that Alexandra turned up at my house. So episode 1 is I know, that's like
Alexa, be a doll.
so that session will be up on Monday. So once I've put that up, I'll then go on to do episode 2, where I will be asking more in depth about the stuff that has kind of come out from this one that's just about to go up. Once I've put that one up, Jared will then be going next, purely because at the moment this spirit or a spirit is wanting to get in contact with Jared, and there's just so much that has come out from this first necrophonic session. So Jared will be doing episode 3. Then Jared would then pass it on to Sam Jr., just because he was the first one in there. He really wants to get an investigation. So Sam Jr. then will do his investigation based on Jared's findings. Once Sam has done that, it will then come back to me. I will then have Alexandra, and then I will do an investigation off of Sam's investigation, and then it will go on from there, so forth and so forth.
Sandra Pink would be after that. So we've already got our first fuse already lined up. So have you got that wrote down? Because I won't remember in 10 minutes what you just said.
Yeah. Okay.
So
it sounds very confusing, but it's pretty straightforward. So just keep an eye on your Twitter messages. Remember to watch all the episodes as well, so you know where the storyline is going, and you know how the communication is going and stuff like that. So just every day, guys, just keep an eye on your messages. You'll either have a message from me, or well, any one of us will get in contact with you and say, right, you are episode blah blah, get ready.
Yes.
Channy, here's one for you right here.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I can't see that.
It's fluff. It's fluffy. So, hey Chantel, I like to hold a stream for you to reach your 2,000 subscribers and to get people to get the rest of your watch time hours. What do you think? Would you like that?
Fantastic, Fluffy. You are so kind. Thank you. Yeah, I would love to do that, because one, I love to talk. So yeah, I reckon we could get them hours in.
She loves to talk, and she also loves the Bitmoji.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to anybody, so she's getting close to her 2,000.
Wars going on.
That was fantastic. It was literally 2 hours of nothing, no words, just Bitmojis back and forth. 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just she's like, why are my backgrounds not black like yours? I was like, I don't know, but here's another one.
Yeah, I think we literally had a concert, a full-on concert.
We did.
Yeah,
we had
drums.
We found all the instruments. She even busted out the saxophone. It was pretty great.
I did do that.
So I'll get it set up. What day and time? So I guess you guys can talk on Twitter about it, or maybe if she knows that now. So,
by the way, for anybody that wants to try to get a hold of one of us, he only has Instagram.
I have Instagram
and email. That's it.
You got mail.
You got mail. Yeah, Fluffy, that sounds good. Message me whenever. Just let me know. What's the tip? I keep getting like these little drop down screens on the top, and it blocks all our faces out, and it makes me miss you guys a lot when I can't see your faces. But yeah, Fluffy, thank you so much. It's very kind. See, this is just I love my family here. Like, I love everyone that is here, everyone that is here tonight, like watching and supporting. It means so much. You know, everyone's great. You know, everyone loves each other, and everyone is there to try and help. And I've never had a circle like this before.
Yeah, and you know, I have been on, you know, before I even started creating content, I have been on tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of live streams all around the world. There is no other YouTube family like we have right here.
Oh, no. Hands down. Yeah. Yeah, not at all. Yeah.
My second live stream I ever went into, I'm pretty sure, was his. The very first one I ever went to was Rob's.
Yeah, because Laura was asking me, she's like, you know, who's some of the, you know, the ones that, you know, you watch the most, you know, who is, you know, some of the most welcoming ones. First one popped in my mouth was, you know, PLE. You know, I said he welcomes anybody that comes in, you know, welcomes them, you know, talks to them, says hi, you know.
Yeah, because I messed up and went to some ones that I had no idea who they were, and they were rude.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I was like, I'm sorry that I only have 8 subscribers. I was just in here trying to say hi.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But I think, like, no, I know, not even think, I know with everyone that is here now, even the ones that, the family members that haven't been able to make it tonight, it doesn't matter our numbers, whether we stay low or we rise to the top, everyone is still going to be there, no matter where you are on that scale. I could stay exactly where I am, and you guys could shoot up to hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but we're all still going to be there. Do you know, we're all going to be a family. Do you know what I mean? And I know that for a fact, because we all have that bond. We all care and respect for each other so much. It doesn't matter your status on this platform. You know, we care about each other.
That's like, you know, I've told a lot of people, you know, a lot of people's like, you know, hey, you know, would you like to get together and do a collab or something? I'm like, yeah, you know, and they're like, well, I only have like 6 subscribers. I was like, I don't care. I don't care about that.
It's just a number.
If you're a cool person, you're a cool person. That's just the bottom line. You know, if you're a cool person, I'm hanging out with you.
Yeah.
You know.
That's crazy.
I'm hanging out with anybody.
Adventures with Beth said that she's been called a troll and blocked from other people's channels, all because she had 8 subscribers, or she had no content. She said that's changing soon though, so good on you, Adventures with Beth. But yeah, I've heard that happening before.
I've got plenty of friends that don't do content. They're just massive supporters, and it's like those people will help you out sometimes a lot more than other channers. Wow, English is hard. Anyway, because you know, they come to your streams, they come to all your videos, they're always there. They're like dropping links and shouting you out and sharing it here and sharing it there, and it's like, why would you push those people aside just because they don't go out and make content? That is bogus. Yeah. That is crap.
Family's family, you look at it.
And it becomes deeper than that, because what I've noticed was I've become best of friends with some of these people, and they're very near my heart, you know. And like I told a story before, but very briefly, but not as of late. But YouTube has literally changed my life. It really had.
Oh yeah,
For the
I
better.
agree.
You know, so I got a family, in other words. You know, and
Yeah,
I'm
that's
grateful
like
for it.
we've said before. You know, a lot of streams and videos and everything else, and just telling people in general. I mean, you know, you guys are closer to us than a lot of my blood relatives.
Or family.
All
Yep,
just
You know,
put it that way.
You know, but it's true. You know, I mean, you know, you guys need me. I'm there.
If I can't
Absolutely.
get it, I'm trying to find a way to get it one way or another.
Yeah, you know.
I'll be there come hell or high water. And good thing I can swim.
I can't.
We love you
Yeah.
too, Brandy. Prime
not so good.
example, Brandy Connor. Like she doesn't, you know, use her platform like we do, but she is one of the best supporters that
Yes.
that we have out there. There is many that we do have, but coming from someone that's not out there filming, and she is one of the best supporters. Like, she's there. She's
Oh, yeah.
she's putting you out on all platforms. She's checking in every day just to see how you are, and to make sure that you're good and you're happy and you're well. She doesn't need to be doing that, but she does, because she's great. Like, but
It's
it's
awesome.
not just
And
for
she's
you,
funny
but
too.
for
She's taking the
everyone.
crap out
Oh,
of you.
yeah.
Yeah. That poor girl, she must she must just be online all day. Like, guys, are you good? Like, come on, you feeling down? I'm gonna bring you up. Let's
Yeah.
go. What's going on? Let's sort
That's
this out.
when we went to the Stone River battlefield. You know, at the end of the 4-part series I did, at the end of it, the very end of it, as I'm closing out doing my my outro, you know, I'm shouting out people that doesn't have content. You know, it's just people that's just always in the stream, people showing love and support. You know, and I was shouting them out and everything, and one of them sent me a DM on Instagram and said, "Thank you so much." Said that meant so much to me. No one's ever done that, and you know, said it made my day. It really made my day. You know, everything. I said, "Well, you're welcome." You know, I said that just shows, you know, that me and you know, like you guys too. You know, all of you guys, you know, are always in our hearts. You're always on our minds. You're always with us. You know.
Yeah, share everybody out. Everybody in the chat.
Everybody.
Yes.
Love everybody.
Love.
That is the basis of our community. Love and just family. If you're here with good intentions, I'll put it that way. If you're not here with good intentions, please see your way to the exit stage left, which is this way.
No, that's
Stage
While
left.
the
Stage
airplane
left.
is in flight.
The right way.
I mean, that's absolutely
Because-
right. I mean, there's so many people that promote positivity, but they don't preach what they put out there, you know. But when it comes to us, that's all you're going to get is love,
Oh, yeah.
respect, and positive vibes, because that's who we are as people. You know, there's nothing fake ever. Like, everyone knows that's in our circle. What you see is what you get. Whereas with a lot of channels out there, it's all acting, and it's like they are someone completely different, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. You know, some people don't want to be who they are, so they will put on like this act, but we are us. This is who we are. You know, unfortunately, Elvis doesn't have a face, so he has to, you know, wear that mask to kind of change that. But it's okay.
Everybody knows. Everybody
fine.
knows that mask will be there for them if they need it.
I imagine that Elvis's face. Okay, on that part of Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, where he rolls the guy over, and after the suction cup from the Kraken has sucked his face off, and all it is just that wiggly goo piece on there. I imagine that's what Elvis's face looks like.
Wait a minute.
Like,
Let me find out. Let me find out.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Makes sense.
He's
I had
a
to make
purple
sure.
jelly squish.
Makes sense.
You're a
Yeah, I
purple
had to
jelly
make sure I
squish.
wasn't lying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
And this is fake. This is a
That's
TK.
fake.
Yeah. It's
That's
actually
on there really good. Did you use Gorilla Glue?
it's actually attached to the top side of the mast on the edge, so it
Yeah.
goes on the mast.
Yeah,
That's
so
why
the
he
wind
can't
blows
get me
backwards.
because when he goes forward, the hair flops up. That's
Mhm.
hilarious. Oh my goodness. But yeah, what y'all see right here, how I am, this is me 24/7. I'm human. I don't hide the fact that I'm human. Where'd he go?
I mean,
He
he's
jelly
hiding.
switched away. Okay.
Jellied right out of there.
He jelly switched.
He
Oh,
jellied the other way.
he's wet inflatable arm flailing tube man from Wickapog.
Oh, actually, that hurt. That hurt. That's
But yeah, what you see is what you get. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be somebody else for you. Because I'm a terrible actor. I tried one time. It was horrible. I'm serious.
Oh, I need to. You need to put together a little video.
I was in a play, and it was bad.
Same here.
I was
they call me William Shatner. They call me William Shatner because the way I used to do my my lines. Well, if we have to go, we shall go this way.
It reminds me of the French mistake on Supernatural.
Oh yeah.
We have to go
This
by
way.
the key, or else. It's so great.
I do not need.
Don't look at the camera.
He's like,
Don't look at the camera, Sam.
but yeah, Shatner's the best though. I love Shatner.
Oh, I love him.
Anyway, there is something on the wing. Anyway.
See, that line just reminds me of Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
When he's on the wing. Something.
On the wing. Anyway, as I was trying to say 25 minutes ago. This is me. This is me. Hi. This is all you're ever going to get. I'm rude, I'm crude, and this is it.
And she burps really loud.
Brood or prude.
Well, like I
Blue.
said, let's see, Sam,
I think I can smell it.
Sam, Cindy, Jesse, you know, anybody that's collabed with us can tell you 100% without a doubt, the way you see us right now is how we are going to be the second you see us. That's just how we are.
I'm a little shy at first because I'm trying to work on my introverted reclusiveness. So collabing with people is a big step for me because for a very long time I've been an introverted recluse. I didn't come out. For a year I stayed in one room. That's it. I go to the bathroom and come back. That's it.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I said, that's a way of also facing your fears, so that's cool too.
Yeah, but it's a big step for me to go and meet new people every time we go do it. I'm nervous, and I'm like,
I am
do you know,
energetic.
I totally understand like what you're saying. Like I've just spent 17 years being a resort entertainer. So I'm stood on that stage performing and interacting with thousands of people at a time, and I'm absolutely fine. But take me off of that stage, out of my uniform, and put me out in a crowd of people just on a normal day to day. I can't do it. My social side to me is terrible. Like I couldn't go to a pub and go and meet people and sit and talk and stuff. I can't do it. I'm like, ooh, too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
And it really did work out, and for the best, because like I said, a lot of what some of you know, some of you don't, is I basically had to trick her into starting her channel so that way it would kind of help bring her out and use that creativity that I knew she had deep down, but only, myself and a few others had saw it, and I was like, others would like to see it, So, hooray for trickery!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this has been 7 months. Wait, hang on. I started in February, so 6 months in the making.
Yeah.
It's took me 6 months to really start being comfortable being me in front of people.
Right.
Like the very first collab we did, I didn't even do a video. I just took pictures and I stood off to the side and I was like,
Then here's me just jumping out of the bed, like, what's up?
I was very, very much still part way in the shell, nervous because it was people that I didn't know. He knew them. I knew who they were, but I didn't talk to them on a regular basis. So I was very, like, I was breaking out in hives from the nervousness. And we got over there and I was like, hi.
Yeah, she's like, hi. Yeah.
I'm quite a bit bigger than he is, but I'll hide behind him anyway. It's like a bulldog behind a stick hiding. I am very, believe it or not, very shy. Face to face in person. On camera, I'm fine because
know that person.
Yeah, on camera, I'm shy. I'm just the opposite. On camera or like this, I'm more shy. I'm not as shy here, but like, well, just on camera. But when in real life, I am very like, let's do something right now. Let's be adventurous right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's shake a hand, hug, whatever. Hey, let's go. Like, I'm all about it. Just that's fluff when we met. Like, that was the very first time meeting him in person. But I was like, hey, let's go do something. Like, let's go.
And I'm over here like, are you going to take me into the woods and kill me?
Possibly. Oh, you meant them.
Oh, man, I was hoping for the beach.
Look, there are sharks at the beach.
Hey, there are Sharknadoes in Texas.
I'm not in Texas. I'm in Tennessee.
I would say Tennessee. I almost said Texas again.
He's like,
hey, so what did Tennessee? Arkansas.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Arkansas. But yeah, a lot of people will say you're full of crap. You're lying. That is not true because I am very loud, outspoken. I'll laugh. I'll cut up. I'll go on camera, you know. But then in person, I'm more like.
But after she's around you for a little bit, she'll start, you know.
So you are a introvert, extrovert.
Yes.
You pick what? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like it took me a few minutes of talking to Sam before we started filming. Before I would. It's just how I am.
It takes a minute.
It does. It just. I have to breathe for a minute. Like, we got out of the car when we met up at the Walgreens. Him and Jared's like, hey, going on over here. Like, hey, my necklace broke in a few minutes. It really did break, but it gave me a few minutes to be at a distance and get used to him being there for a minute. And it has nothing to do with the fact, it's like, I want to be around new people, but I have to ease my way into it, or else I'll have a panic attack and hyperventilate, and that's not a pretty sight.
That's funny.
Wait, Tony, whose butt are you kissing?
I think he was talking about people that talk behind your back. He said something like, let them do it. He said, but whilst they're back there, tell them to kiss your ass or kiss your butt.
Yes.
Well, check for targets first, because I've found out a lot of times they'll put a target up before they stick a knife in there.
And check for ticks. Check for ticks. And locusts this year. Locusts. Yeah. Ticks and
I like
locusts.
to play with locust shells. Does that make me weird?
Yes.
No, that's so awesome. I love to pick them off.
Big
With that
flying bug
like
things, aren't there?
what is that?
locusts? Are they them really big bug things that fly?
They're not huge. They're
It's
probably
the
like
shell.
the shells that they
They'll
shed.
molt.
Yeah.
They'll
So
molt
they're
out of the
very
shells.
giant cockroaches.
But you know what? Like 30 minutes from here, they're all over the place, but not here. Not where I'm at.
No, oh, that's okay.
Not
Yeah.
here. Not yet.
Wow.
What do you
Yeah,
mean
they're
not
40
yet?
minutes away. They're all over the place. They're in the roads now. They're all over trees. They're on construction workers. I mean, they're covered in them.
Their own construction.
Well,
Yeah.
did you
They
see
got their own hard
Hammer
hats.
right on the
I
hat.
saw a TikTok. I
Here's
saw
a
a
little
TikTok
hard
of two
hat.
guys working in the street, and they were doing something with the hoses, and they took pictures of themselves, but they were like literally covered with like locusts on them. You can't shake them off. They come back on you. You have to
They're
get
like,
used to them. Every 17 years,
smile.
you have to get used to them.
Oh my gosh. That's a nightmare. No.
Not really.
Yes, Tony, thank you. He said, note to self, when meeting Laura and Jared, bring paper bag for hyperventilating. It's a possibility. Just don't come at me too fast because I'll
Wow.
gotta ease into it.
Jeez.
She's not
Right,
back.
guys,
She's
I'm
not-
gonna have to start wrapping this up soon, only because I've just noticed the time. It's 3:15.
Ooh. See, it's 9:15 for us. So
Yeah, I'm being a
I
baby.
keep
though.
forgetting that we
I've been
have
up
that.
since 7 a.m. So I'm being a bit of a wimp.
Well, no, I
I'm
mean,
the same way.
you've had a full day, and now it's into the next day, so I'm sure you're tired.
Hey, when I start getting sleepy, one eye will go to sleep all by itself and leave this one alone. And this
I
was
can
looking
just,
around.
like,
What's going on?
Cover this eye up. Let this one sleep like this. No one will ever know. And then in about an hour, I just flip it over, close that one.
Swap out.
It's fine. See?
Or both of them. Either way.
I'm sleeping right now.
Yeah,
and no one even knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go to sleep. Just sit there, and we won't know until you start snoring.
Or you fall over.
Look, I snore loud enough to wake.
Did he?
Yes, probably.
Or you do this number,
It's
right?
bad.
You
I have what do they call this?
Sleep apnea?
Some with the adenoids or something.
Yeah, what is that called?
I can't remember. No, it's not sleep. Well, I have a form of sleep apnea, but it's not bad enough that I have to do a CPAP. Anyway, like my sinuses and stuff will close up while I'm asleep, and so then I have to breathe all through my mouth. So then I sleep and I sound like a dying bullfrog mixed with a yelling mule. I don't know.
So it's like being on Jurassic
bad.
Park Island.
What?
It's like being on Jurassic Park, the island.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because my head's all the way back, and I'm like, oh, oh.
Yeah.
He says that's. I said, you're lying. He said, no, I'm not. I was like, prove it. So he decides to set an alarm for himself to wake up so he can record me sleeping. And I'm over here just all sprawled out and everything like, huh.
But it's much louder and more high pitched. Like it's like,
Oh.
I'm sitting here waking up. What kind of birds flying around here?
Oh, Tony, yes, caca, and tookie don't work.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah,
That's
it's kind of like.
hilarious.
But yeah, you ever fall asleep and then you're like.
Every night.
Yeah.
Every night.
Then you look around and see if anybody noticed.
It was like, why do I care if anybody noticed? I'm by myself.
Yeah. No. Or the ones like you think that you thought you're driving. Actually, you're asleep, but you thought you're driving, and all of a sudden you woke up like, oh my God, I got in the car.
Brakes! Oh.
Or you fall asleep. It's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you get up, go to the bathroom, you fall asleep on the toilet, fall off, hit the floor, and you're like, how did I get here?
I've done that once. Years ago. We got race car drivers out here tonight.
Somebody's
Usually
just
it's
throwing cars through the chat. Is everybody okay?
There's like very some serious heartburn. Like,
Yeah.
We take medication for that. Capping would be funny. What? You said heartburn. I said we take medication for that.
Well, no, but you said it in such a way like it was like gibberish.
Oh,
you're like,
all right.
You're like, I'm gonna give you a goose. That's what I was. Like, I'm gonna give you a goose. What is that, man?
Here's the thing: if I don't think about what I'm saying, my Southern dialect will come through. And when you're as Southern as we are, and you don't separate your words out for everybody to understand, it will sound like gibberish.
Or how about
if
this?
Yeah, on camera we have to enunciate. Yeah.
You see, it comes natural for me, but I try to break the cycle since I'm like from West Virginia. But yeah, y'all up here, you know what I mean? Because you just can't like drive a stick like that, and there's just no way it can. You just really can't, And the guy that put the stick to the levee, and then when you're driving down the road, don't forget, and don't say water, say water. You can't, just whatever. So it comes very natural to me. I just try not to do it.
Right.
What the hell did you just say?
Like a honky. What? How did I do?
Don't drive the stick the wrong way. Is what he said.
You're going to get into a car accident.
Noted.
When you get to a car accident, then you got to start talking to your insurance agency. The insurance agency ain't going to get all. They're going to get all upset at you.
State Farm ain't
You'll have to talk to your insurance agency, and he'll be upset.
I can't count the times I've went somewhere in places in like cities and things, and I'll go in and I'll ask for something in a store like that, and nobody's looking at me going, "What did you say?"
Where we live at, our dialect in this town is a lot more drugged down on all the words. Like it's all drugged down and run together.
Like
if you go like 50 miles to the east to Lebanon, and you ask for a mellow yellow, they have no idea what you're talking about.
I love mellow yellow.
Yes.
And they're like,
I've never heard of it before.
Royal Crown.
Mellow yellow.
Mellow yellow.
Royal Crown.
Mellow yellow.
But yeah, mellow yellow.
We call it mellow yellow.
Mellow yellow.
All together.
The mad thing is that I'll have a conversation with Elvis, and he looks at me like the way I just looked at him, like he doesn't understand what I'm saying. And I'm not being funny. I think I speak really well. And he's like, "What? Wait, what did you just say? Like, how can I speak any clearer?"
I look at her in this weird way. Like, I will look at her in this weird way, and then she's looking at me and says, "Is my accent that bad?" Like, no, I can't say it like she says it. Oh my Lord, is my accent that bad? Or I can't even do it the way she does it.
What accent was that?
Look, she has a very narrative voice.
And it's very correct.
She could narrate anything, and I feel like I'm about to watch the best episode of Masterpiece Theater in the entire world. That's why I wanted her to do the voiceover on that little intro that I did. Because look, you hear how we sound? That ain't gonna sound intriguing on no video series that you want to watch.
Okay, so do you remember the 90s version, though? The late 80s, early 90s version of Unsolved Mysteries with that creepy voice? She could do it.
Yes.
She could do it.
What?
She should.
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, you gotta look it up on YouTube. It's just this voice that's very calming and very pronunciative. Listen to me, like I'm writing a dictionary right now.
I reckon I could either do children's books, I could do sleep voiceover things like meditation, and I reckon I could probably get away with horror as well.
Yes, you could do creepypastas.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. Did I say the magic word? Did I say the magic word? Do I win?
You know, somebody asked. I was actually asked to do a voiceover for "Life Is a Parody." They do a lot of skits and things.
I've never been asked to do nothing.
They asked me if I wanted to do. They're like, dude, would you like to do a voiceover for one of our skits? And I'm like, are you sure you want me to do that?
I have to read him all the words first. I'm the only one reading this here relationship.
My like a box of chocolates.
Hold up. The only way I hear it as an old guy from Waterbury, hold on, where you make it. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I get it.
Coffee. Did I say that? Coffee. Coffee. That's New York, isn't it?
Coffee.
Coffee.
It's coffee.
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 Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Coffee. We call it coffee. Coffee.
Coffee.
I just got up this morning. I gotta have my coffee.
How about
you can't
whiskey?
speak to me until I have my coffee.
Okay, well that's not attractive at all. Let's not.
Is it
Finger
whiskey
guns.
or is it whiskey?
Oh jeez. Right, so guys, there goes the right. Right.
Oh, my
Right.
favorite word ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
That comes out. I'm like,
That's when you know I'm serious. He
No,
hates it when
Tony. Him, not you. Him, Tony. Listen, Tony. Come on, not you. It's just I like his southern accent. It's what I'm used to. Come on, he sounds like Mrs. Bighead from Rocco's Modern Life. Come on,
or Mrs. Buttersworth.
Rocco's Modern Life. Yeah, Mrs. Bighead, Beverly, Mr. and Mrs. Bighead. Listen, right.
But, oh God, not that word. That tenses me up. You want to see me tense? I'm all loose and everything, having a good time, and I hear the word right. I'm like a hot dog roll.
Suppository injected.
Look at me, I'm a hot dog roll.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyone that wants to join in with the series, that's what we was here about. Just message us. What we'll do is the easiest way for us to keep up to date, Laura, with people that are taking part. I guess we just need to start making a list.
Yes.
Then we won't get confused. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot more straightforward than what we have explained it. No, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's got the hang of what's going on. I mean, if there's anyone that's like watching and you do want to take part, if you have any more questions, just message one of us, all of us. You know, it doesn't matter. We like to talk.
Yes.
Please talk. But yeah, just let us know that you want to take part. Please talk to us, and we'll write down your name, and then we will obviously let you know in time to when you will be up.
Yes.
As in making a video up, not
when it's your time. When it's your turn to be part of your series. Right.
Yes.
right.
Right. All
Right.
He's gonna have a back spasm by the time we're done. Right. He's gonna be on the floor, cramp.
Thank you to everyone that came along and joined us in the chat. Thank you to everyone that's interested in taking part in this brand new, never seen before series. And just thanks to the panel as well. I mean, you guys kind of was obligated to be here today. What's he doing?
Still going.
Ready for this one? This is just
Wait,
my
here we go.
This is my
I don't
career.
know.
This is my career. I learned that from my daughter this morning.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Golf clap. Golf clap. Channy, golf clap.
Oh.
Yes.
Speaking
Gotta keep it, I don't know how they what
It's exciting.
I don't know. It just sounds like a bunch of finger snapping, really.
I'm trying to think. Y'all have cricket, right?
Yeah, they got no football. They call it football.
Yeah, football.
Which is soccer.
No.
It's not like
It's called
soccer
football?
to them.
football,
It's football.
Oh, okay, well, they
It's not
still,
Americanized football, but it's
but
I think
cricket
it's
they
like
do.
that, isn't it?
yes, that's what
Oh,
I was
wow.
getting at. Cricket is the
That's
quiet. That's their golf. So cricket clap. There we go.
Give you a cricket clap.
Thank you for the clap.
Oh, okay. Everybody needs a shot now after this segment. Don't forget your Band-Aid and your lolly.
So on that note, on that bombshell, we are going to say
Yes.
goodnight. Thanks again for everyone that joined us. It'd be really interesting to find out how many people is actually going to take part. I mean, we've got a few so far,
Yes, we do.
and I feel like we are possibly going to have a season 2 coming up.
That would be awesome.
That really would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Season
yeah,
2.
so-
Let's use
Season
this.
2, we're working on it already. I was trying to get to sleep earlier so I could have a little nap before this, and I couldn't sleep because all I kept thinking about was Alexandra merch. So I'm just going to put that one out there as well. Just saying, I might be working on something, which I need to talk to you about. You know?
Mic drop.
You see?
He's setting you aflame. If you feel your buns roasting, you'll know.
Absolutely, absolutely. So,
Say the
good
word
night
one
to
more time.
everybody that is in the chat. I'm going to see if I can try and reel them off. So we've got John King, Helly, Brandy, Tony, Greg. Oh gosh, you guys are the only ones left. Who else have we got? No, we've got 9 in. We've got Sam. He's still in there as well. Daniela, PLE. You're in the chat as well, saying hello to people. And well, anyone that I've missed as well, thank you so much for coming to join us. Those that have already left us and gone to bed, thank you so much as well. And I personally cannot wait to get this series up and running and start bringing in all of our friends to join in. It's going to be amazing. I'm super excited. What?
I'm excited too. I'm scratching.
I'm so excited I got an itch.
I look, it was itching. I tried to let it, but it felt like it was
I got an itch too. Hold on.
causing a ruckus.
Oh God. Here he goes.
Run him up.
So
Right.
yeah, stop being an arsonist. Gonna set my
That's
hair
not
alight.
where I thought that was going, but okay.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Like, oh God, she's gonna call me a horse.
Jeez. So yeah, guys, keep an eye out for episode 1. That will be uploaded, I'm gonna say Monday night. So yeah, make sure you come and watch it. It's interesting. Episode 1 of the mystery haunted doll is coming on
Channy's
Monday
haunted
night.
mystery doll.
That's the one.
That's it. Her name's a series. She's like, yes, yes, I love that name. Let's not remember it ever.
I need to write it on the back of my hand so I don't forget.
And he's haunted dog.
No,
That's it. I remember.
No, that was wrong.
What I said.
It's Channy's haunted mystery doll. It's enchanting. It's intriguing.
It's like that said. You gotta Shatner it up.
I just did. I shattered it all over the place.
Not shattered, Shatnered.
I said that. It just didn't sound like I did.
I'm pretty sure you said shat.
Well,
Without
I probably did that too.
did.
My nose is running.
We better shut it up.
That's as far as my acting goes, right there. Fake laugh. You burn me, and there'll be hot sauce to pay.
I can't even touch you. It's all him.
You just stuck your finger in my armpit. Wait, wrong
I
arm.
saw it.
See, when I put my arm down, you're touching my elbow.
Wait a minute. AC.
Just
What was it?
there. Now go.
Antichrist.
You're flicking his nipple. Good job.
Right? The rumor, Antichrist, descending Christ. Remember that rumor back in the 70s? Yeah.
Did you just call me a monkey god?
Yes.
Yeah. And Angus Burger.
Hey, wait, listen. Angus is my son's name.
Is Angus young?
So, yeah. I have an Angus beef burger in the kitchen.
Beef.
6'1" and 280 pounds of Angus beef burger.
Beef. It's
My kid is huge.
Nice.
Okay, what did you miss? PLE stuck his finger in my armpit, flicked his nipple, called me a monkey god, and tried to set Channy'S hair on fire.
And we danced. Number 1.
And we danced. And then apparently I shat it all over the chat. I don't know.
What did that pull?
She was supposed to have shat.
It went crazy. It got crazy.
Yeah, I missed the nerd and just shat. Yes, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll down the hill, which is what I do.
Oh my goodness.
Right. Okay, it's 3:35 for Channy at the moment. She needs her beauty sleep for the coming of the first
episode
video.
Yes. I need to film myself talking tomorrow for the intro and outro.
You sound like the robotic voice for the Reddit alien videos. Yes.
I can be a robot. Yeah.
Does anybody ever watch Reddit Aliens where they tell the spooky ghost stories and it's always like the computerized voice?
Mm-mm.
Well, they use one that there's a male with the British accent and then there's a female that does it with the British accent. That's what you just said. That was awesome. Sorry.
Oh my
I got very excited.
So many business opportunities coming my way right now.
Yes.
On that note,
Nappy no time.
for me
That's
to go.
not what I thought.
Oh my gosh.
That's a terrible face. We're going to quit making that while we scratch the back. Well,
That face.
that looks like you're doing something totally different, so let's not.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit scared.
Back away.
You just hit that good. You just hit that good itch spot, and it just takes everything to a whole new level.
I just finally got the one that was running, and it was good.
It's like when you take a Q-tip and you clean your ears. It's like,
No, I usually gag when I clean my ears. I'm like, ugh.
no, I mean it's magical.
You gag.
It's like,
On that note, right.
Dang it!
All right, then,
Someone
guys.
do this.
It's time for me to seriously say goodnight now. I've really enjoyed tonight's live. This has been fantastic, and I can't wait to get this on the road and start bringing in more people.
Yes.
But I am actually really looking forward to your one, Jared. Like,
Selena,
you came in as we're logging off.
Yes.
Yes.
wow, and literally saying goodbye. I mean, you guys are more than welcome to hold the channel going. I'll just be over here snoring.
the girl right now.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep.
You sound like a fat gnat buzzing by the mic.
Oh, the chainsaw. I can do chainsaw pretty well, but that's for another episode.
Yeah, no, I am going to have to say goodnight now. So, it's been a pleasure having everyone here. Always a pleasure having the king and queen around as well. Yeah. Oh, and
I
Albus.
would.
Cut that out, Elvis.
She's been waiting for that. She's been waiting for that moment.
It's always a pleasure having you up here, Albus.
Always a pleasure.
Wow, what was that?
I coughed.
And I sharted a little.
I have polyps on my bronchial tubes, so my coughs sound terrible. Always.
That was really quite cute, though. It was like a little pixie noise.
That's the first time my cough has ever been called anything other than atrocious.
Yeah.
Oh, please. Anyway, good night to everybody that's in the chat still. Thanks for sticking around and hanging out with us. I hope you've had as much of a good night as what we have as well. But it is time to say good night to you all, and just make sure that you put on your notifications, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure you guys have, but make sure you turn on your notification bell on the channel, because episode 1 is coming your way on Monday. Just keep an eye out for that. But from myself, Jared King, Queen Laura TV, and Past Life Explorer, it is good night, and we will see you all again very soon. Good night, everybody.